All right, we are back here on the podcast talking Olympic baseball today, and if fun return of baseball to the Olympics the first time since 2008. With me today, member of the baseball beat, Anthony Sorbellini here. Anthony, how are you?
I'm doing good, Mike. How about you?
Doing pretty good. I have to say, I'm not usually a big Olympic baseball guy, but I gotta say, this time I'm pumped that it's back.
Yeah, I'm pumped it's back too. It's they always say that baseball was a dying sport, so it's definitely just good to see, the sport get the recollection again back in the Olympics, especially, because Japan just being such a big international baseball powerhouse. It's great that it's a great place to showcase everything.
Yeah, and one thing I like about the Olympic baseball is that pretty much it's got all the regular baseball rules. No extra innings, like man on second base, no 7 inning double headers, no 3 batter minimum. This is like your standard fair baseball.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who, is working in baseball right now, and I can't stand I can't stand that extra inning rule where the last out starts on second base. It's makes absolutely no sense. But like you said, it's good to see some good old fashioned baseball.
Yeah, they do have one change to speed the game along. There is a 12-second pitch clock in the Olympics. So I know the pitch clock is something that's been bandied about in the minor leagues in the past. They're thinking about doing the big league. I think it'll be interesting to see how the pitch clock looks in Olympic baseball.
Yeah, well, I mean, 12 seconds, I believe, we've all talked about it. 12 seconds, per pitch, no limits. You're going to shave off about what, maybe 15 minutes throughout the whole entire game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting to see, but at the same time, you know, your pitch clock can mean absolutely nothing if you have, one team just absolutely crushing the ball for a half inning and, all that. But like I said, it's going to be interesting to see. Going to be interesting, how this propels, baseball moving forward in the majors and everything like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And baseball, the way this works, there is a 16 field going to Tokyo for the Olympics, and they are divided into 2 groups of 3. USA did qualify for the 2020 Olympics. They are in one of the groups alongside Israel and South Korea. The other group is Japan, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic. The format is a little weird. Each team plays one group game against each other. So they play 2 games in the preliminary round. Then, have you seen the bracket for this double elimination format?
I have not.
It is a very interesting.
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Let me explain this to you a little bit. So, everybody advances to the knockout round. We have a double elimination like college World Series style with a couple of tweaks where first place first, second place second, third place third. The loser of the third place game is out immediately. So like they don't make it to the double elimination bracket. Everybody else then it proceeds as like your typical double elimination. So you're going through, and it's way towards the top seeds in the qualifying round. You go through double elimination, then the 4 that are left, the winner is obviously playing for the gold and the silver. Third place game for the bronze. So a little convoluted. I put a graphic up here so you can see what's going on. But like, what do you think about this format?
I don't know. It just sounds very confusing and just doesn't make sense. How do you have, if you're going to have double elimination and then you're just going to have one game be a single elimination?
Well, I think their idea is like, hey, like if you finish in third in your group, you do not get extra chances.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've really never been a fan of group play to begin with for things like this. I almost kind of want to just have it be, kind of NCAA basketball tournament esque.
Yes.
Yeah. Just go.
Yeah.
Just have it like that. The Olympics are a month. Could span games out. If you really wanted to do double elimination, you could really, do it like that. Have a losers bracket or something like that. But I don't know. I think it's definitely something that if they continue to have baseball in the Olympics, they should look forward to for the next Olympics. Look into it more in the next. Olympics.
I think the problem is the field is too small. I think there should have been 8 teams in the field. I think if it's 8, it's much cleaner to do because then you have 3 group games, then you can just do the easy. It's much easier for a double elimination bracket. You don't have to kick somebody out immediately, make the math work.
Oh, absolutely. They should have definitely had, like you said, 8 teams.
Yeah, because I think it's going to be interesting to see how this ends up playing out because the U.S., I mean, going in, you have 50-50 chance of medaling, which is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, coming off a World Baseball Classic, winning that a couple of years ago, and then USA baseball has kind of always been, up there. May not be the powerhouse that USA basketball is, but Dominican Republic, Japan are always countries to watch out for. So it's good to be in the mix.
Yeah, it's also interesting because this is not like Olympic basketball where you send the best of the best, because obviously in the middle of baseball season, not stopping baseball for a month to let the stars go play in the Olympics. So you're getting a mix of like prospects who are not on 40-man rosters and some MLB vets who are not on teams right now. So let me give you some interesting names on the USA roster right now. I mean, some familiarity for people in the New York area. Scott Kazmier's on the Olympic roster. David Robertson, former Yankee reliever. Met prospect Simeon Richardson, now in Toronto system. You have Todd Frazier, the pride of Towns River, New Jersey, on the infield. Tyler Austin's in the outfield. I mean, Mike Scioscia's the manager. Some interesting names on there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely interesting names. They definitely, have the baseball pedigree.
Yeah.
You said Todd Frazier, former Yankee, former Met, former most notably known with the Reds and everything. But just solid players. It's a good thing too. I do, in a sense, like that they just don't take all current Major League Baseball players now. I do like to see, some top prospects in there and everything. Just, again, get them used to that big stage, just showcase, everything that USA Baseball has to offer.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, because they're in a group right now with Israel and South Korea, and I think it's going to be interesting. I think they have a good shot to finish top 2 in that group.
Yeah. Just based off, just the couple of lists that you've left, there's still good key pitching in there. And then, Todd Frazier's going to rally everybody because that's just what Todd Frazier does.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun to see what happens to Team USA. And I think the medal situation here, I think obviously it depends on how this bracket shakes out with all this, but I would think my top contenders are some combination of Japan, US, Dominican Republic, and maybe South Korea sneaking in there in the back end.
Yeah, I agree with that, especially, Dominican Republic, Japan, US. I think those are the top 3 teams, and then everything can go from there. It's kind of always how it's been. It's kind of interesting because it's always kind of been those 3 teams that just hover.
Yeah. Usually Cuba's in there too. They're not qualified the Olympics this year, though.
Yeah, I did forget about Cuba too, which is kind of interesting that they didn't qualify, because you look at Cuba and the Dominican Republic, those are the 2 kind of international like powerhouses, especially from, at least where Major League Baseball grabs a majority of their players from Latin America.
Yeah, because it's weird. You look at this field. I mean, I guess Israel counts the European representative, but like you have no African representation in the Olympic baseball field. You have like 2 from Asia with the host country, Japan. The rest are all like North American.
Yeah, I definitely think they need to, I know you brought it up, if you're going to keep this pool play thing and everything, bring 8 teams, but you got to qualify, it's the Olympics, it's the World Games. It's not just let's pick and choose from here, but I understand teams don't qualify and everything, but yes, I think there needs to be, I want to showcase, the best baseball players in the world.
Yeah, I don't know if there's also a COVID issue where maybe they shrunk the field a little bit, because like I know Australia was in the qualifiers, had to pull out because of travel restrictions and stuff like that. I wonder, like, if in 2024 over in Paris, if we have a more diverse field of baseball teams.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Again, this is quite an Olympic first. I mean, we just saw that a couple of weeks ago. They were allowing fans, and then something came out a couple of days ago that now fans aren't allowed because of the new variant. But, hopefully, the next Olympics in 2024, things return to normal, hopefully, get more teams, less restrictions and everything. And hopefully we're back to, completely normal.
I mean, if we're still doing this in 2024, we've had a lot of things go wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Listen, hey, we're lucky they're having Olympics. Again, whether you think they should or not, it's up for debate, but they are doing it. They're not giving a TV money. It'll be fun to watch. And I will say it's going to be weird trying to find what times these games are on, because I'm telling every segment here, NBCsports.com, find your Olympic schedule, because the time zone differential here for the East Coast is no joke.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
You got to be watching USA Baseball 3 a.m. if you're a dedicated USA Baseball fan.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I've known people who have woken up for games and stuff like that, but I'll if I don't record it, I'll probably watch the highlights or something, or just pull it up on my phone or something.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll also be tape delays. They'll probably like air some of these games at like noon Eastern or something like that. So like,
oh yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, and thanks for all the time. I really appreciate it. Before I let you go, people also on social media, keep up some of the stuff you're up to.
Yeah, just check me out on Instagram at Sorbellini Photos, Sorbellini. Just working right now with the Yankees High affiliate, the Hudson Valley Renegades, serving as our team photographer, and just enjoying good prospect baseball of high A.
Absolutely. And thanks all the time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.